Hi, here is the tire changer that I purchased online, and as you can see it has a fairly large diameter shaft on the top, which is mainly designed for car or truck wheels. You can use it as it is, but my goal is to adopt this tire changer for motorbike or any other wheel sizes. So I'm going to remove this shaft from top of the post and cut a piece from the top so I can drop a nut in there and basically use it for different size shaft. I turned this metal disc off camera and I'm going to use this M14 nut to weld it in place, and this allows me to change the shaft. It's basically for interchangeable shaft. To keep the shaft in the center, I'm using a right angle magnet to make sure the disc is flat and that shaft is perfectly perpendicular to the center. The amount of weld I'm applying to this disc is probably overkill, but I think I've got a little bit excited and add more weld than necessary for this disc. I'm turning this piece of steel to mount a dock head on top. This is dock head I purchased from eBay for about £30. And it looks like a dock, that's why I think they call it dock head. And off camera I also made a pocket at the other end of the part so I can insert a mild steel and weld the both parts together. This is what the finished piece look like. With these two pieces of 30mm square bar, I'm going to make a T connection. The whole purpose of this setup is allows me to adjust the height and radius of the dock head, so I can fit different size wheel underneath and change the tire. I drilled the part and here I'm placing a nut on top. This is lock the T connector onto the bar. I also kept the old shaft that I cut off the post earlier because I might want to change some car wheel at some point in future. When it comes to changing a tire, having a good rigid post is important, and for the same reason I'm just building a base for dropping my post on top of it. I could simply weld the base directly to the post, but I made it modular, so when it comes to store the tire changer, I can remove each part and keep it on a different corner of my shed. And as you can see here, I'm simply screwed in the base on the floor and simply dropped the post on top of it and use nuts to simply tie it down. So in addition to this tire changer, I also needed a wheel balancer, and here I'm just as you can see, weld a piece of mild steel side of the post that accommodate two bearing, and also I 3D printed few bits and pieces that, again, one of the piece holds two bearing on top and a nut sits underneath. And the whole point of having this setup is basically for when I put a axial shaft on the top, I can level it by having that small nut. So these bearings are not really important if you're doing the motorcycle wheel, because it's already there is a bearing in the center of the wheel. Well, I made it this way because at some point I feel like I might do the car wheel, so it's nice to have it this way. So here I'm spraying some dish soap and water on the side of the tire, press down by the lever to break the bead, and rotate the wheel, press down from few points to completely release the tire. And I've done the same for the other side of the tire, simply placing the wheel on top of the post and adjust the dog head, and using my lever to remove the tire. You can see the lever laying down top of the dog head, so no scratch or dent on the rim, and simply rotate the dog head to release the tire basically. So I repeat again, and for the other side simply use the dog head again, and surprisingly it was so easy. I wasn't expecting a jig or a low post like this makes a massive difference. So here I'm putting the new tire in place, and I'm using a tire fitting loop to basically lubricate side of the tire. And here the middle piece is a 3D printed part, and it fails on me. There you go. So I don't recommend to really use 3D printed piece for that central for that part. It takes a lot of force or load, and what I did, simply turn a nut, put it in place, weld it at the end of the bar, and continue changing the tire. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here, but I find it a bit difficult to put this tire on. I'll probably need to push the other side down and keep it in the center channel of the wheel. As you can see here, I placed the wheel on my static wheel balancer and simply trying to balance it. Before I start, I already removed my old balance weight from the wheel, and simply by rotating the wheel, the heaviest point tend to stay on the bottom. Then I can add the weight on the opposite side of the heaviest point, and that's how you balance a wheel. And believe it or not, it's very accurate, same as the machine. Here I'm trying to remove my rear tire, and I have a small guess here. My daughter is not happy to stay on the floor, so I need to pick her up, which actually is a good thing. You can see with one hand I'm still able to remove the tire from the wheel, and at the same time I also explain to my daughter what I'm doing here, so she kind of get entertained, so she doesn't cry basically. Here the rotating arm is on the way, so I cannot remove the tire, and simply by having that connection I can simply lift it up. During the tire change I didn't cut any corners or speed up the video. I tried to show you every step so you can see exactly how long it takes to change the tire. If I did something wrong, feel free to leave a comment and share any advice you have. Now that you watch all the way to this point of video, I've also left you a link on the top right corner showing you a mistake I made while I was trying to fit my rear wheel on my bike. It's a useful tip even though it has nothing to do with changing the tire. I made that mistake mainly because I was rushing to fit my rear wheel on the bike, and also I was excited to try my new tires basically. Here I'm showing wheel before and after balancing. As you can see, before balancing, no matter where I place the wheel, the heaviest side will rotate and settle at the bottom. After balancing, I can leave the wheel in any position and it won't move, which indicate the wheel is properly balanced. Now that I've finished using this post or tire changer, I can simply remove it from the floor and store it in my shed. That's pretty much everything I wanted to share in this video. If you found it useful, please like and share, and that's it. Thanks for watching.